This is a Storm Team 2 weather alert.
Good morning. We have a new warning issued for our area here. I'm Storm Team 2 meteorologist Jamie Drosick, continuing to track some severe weather. And on live Doppler 2 HD radar, you can see now there's a tornado warning. This is in effect for southeastern Wayne County, northern Union County, both in Indiana, also Fayette County in Indiana, and now Preble County here in Ohio. A tornado warning in effect until 4:15 this morning for this storm right in here, and Eaton is included in this. And you can see right along 35 here to the west of Eaton, also included, and it extends back across the state line there into the southeastern corner of Wayne County, including the Boston area. Lots of lightning with this, and outside of the tornado warning, we have a cluster of severe thunderstorm warnings. All of this activity continues to move from the west to the east. So it is working into the Miami Valley this morning. The cells that are out ahead of this tornado warning are not severe at this time, but it's something we'll keep an eye on because we are certainly under a tornado watch still until 6 o'clock this morning. So already starting off very active. We're going to pause this and kind of see what we have here inside of this tornado warned cell. We'll turn on some velocity data here and see if we can see exactly where that would be located, the rotation. That it's a Doppler indicated cell. So as we go through the morning, we're going to continue to see the potential for some rotation in any of these storms because it is the atmosphere is just really prime for that, and we saw that increase in likelihood yesterday as we were upgraded. So yeah, we're already starting off with some active weather here. There's likely going to be some heavy rain as this comes through, and also taking a look at where there could be some hail. This area right in here would indicate the potential for hail, and as of right now, it's looking like that core would be maybe a ½ inch or so. So definitely something you'll want to take seriously, as we have had some storm damage reported back in Indiana through the overnight and early morning. So yes, the storm damage with all of this has been confirmed, and as we go through the morning hours, this is going to be our highest likelihood to see severe weather. As we go beyond sunrise, we'll see the severe weather threat taper off, and eventually the storms even will come to an end. So radar indicated tornado warning for southeastern Wayne County, northwestern Preble County in our area. Again, it does include the Eaton area. The radar indicated rotation is something that we will have to watch for flying debris, and you'll want to stay away from your windows. Mobile homes would take serious damage from a tornado if it does come through, even if it's a lower end storm as well. Damage to roof, windows, and vehicles could occur with this. Tree damage will also be likely, as well as power outages. And again, it's Richmond, Eaton, Liberty, New Paris, Brownsville, the Boston area, as we saw. And even the Richmond Municipal Airport is included in this. Lake and Gren, you are also in the path of this tornado warned storm. And it also includes I-70 in Indiana between mile markers 155 and 156, and in Ohio along I-70 between mile markers 0 and 9. So we do remind you to be in an interior room of your home, away from windows. Try to stay away from windows if at all possible, and put as many walls up between you and the outside as you can. So lowest level, interior room. We want to know your severe weather reports as well. So after this comes through, we would love to hear from you and what you experienced. But right now, the core of the strongest portion of the storm is located right down to the south and east of Abington, and it's moving to the east at let's see, about 45 miles per hour. It's moving east-northeast. Put it in motion so we can see how exactly the path of this is going. Let's see if we can zoom out here a bit. Oh, everything has just, there we go. So let's see if we can go out to this and see how the motion is of this system. It's all moving from the west to the east, but individual cells may be moving more northeasterly. So this is again just the first round of what we could see this morning. There's a little bit more back to the west, lots of lightning back through Indiana. It's quite a light show. So we have to stay weather aware through our morning hours. And you can see here on our live Doppler 2 HD radar, closer in view of this activity rolling through Indiana. The strongest core portion of that tornado warned storm is not quite across the state line into Ohio yet, but it is getting there. So if you are in Preble County, now is the time to put your safe plan into place. Again, get into your lowest level interior room, as the tornado could be on the ground with this, not confirmed. It's a Doppler indicated cell at the moment, but it's definitely something you want to take seriously, as some of the storms that we saw earlier in the nighttime were rain wrapped, so not always visible. If you are thinking about going outside to look to see if you can see anything, it's probably not going to be something you can see. So again, we never recommend going out or even looking through the window. You want to stay away from that glass because debris can come flying in. We see that most of the time with tornadoes. That's how injuries happen, from the flying debris. So definitely stay away from windows. Again, that storm just to the south of the Boston area here, where we are looking at the highest likelihood of seeing a rotation with this. And as we go through the morning, we're going to continue to see the potential for occasional wind gusts that do get up there. Also, the potential for some hail, and that's what we've seen in this purple area here. That's likely where we're seeing the potential for hail at this time, and that is also now shifting into Preble County. So we'll go down a little bit closer here, and you can see this is going to be shifting into the Dixon area, potentially even West Florence here along 122. Right now it is right approaching that state line. We've got a lot of lightning and the potential for hail with this as well. Let's see, we'll go back and take off that line. But back to the west is where kind of that hail core has tracked so far. So if we continue that motion, it would kind of put it around to the Dixon area before long. And you can see when we put reflectivity back on, this is actually where the rain is falling most intense, just around Dixon and to the west, south of the Boston area. So that is where we would have our biggest threat of hail and possibly a tornado as well. So we are tracking this tornado warned storm. Again, that warning is in effect until 4:15. We'll kind of go over the counties again. It's Wayne County, Indiana, Union County in East Central Indiana, Fayette County as well, and northwestern Preble County here in the Ohio side of things. And that does include Dixon, Gasper Township, the Eaton area, also including the New Paris area and Brownsville, as well as the Richmond Municipal Airport and Lake Lacengren. So definitely, if you're in one of those locations, you want to be putting your safe severe weather plan into action. Get into that interior room, lowest level of your home. We've just got the latest reflectivity update, taking that heaviest part of the storm closer into the Dixon area. And this is going to continue to kind of march towards the Eaton area on the track it's been going so far. So it is a storm you want to take seriously. We have had some rotation indicated on our radar, not seeing a whole lot right at this moment, but as we go through the morning, we're going to continue to watch it, and we do again have that warning in effect, tornado warning for Preble County until 4:15. It's moving the storm itself to the northeast at 45 miles per hour, so definitely put your safe plan into play right now as this storm is heading into the Eaton area of Preble County. And again, we have some heavy rain with this, along with frequent lightning and winds. Even if there is not a tornado threat this morning, winds are going to be potentially up there. We have really strong winds outside of any warnings today. They'll be gusting around 40 miles per hour, but within thunderstorm warnings, they do get up around 60 or greater miles per hour. So definitely stay away from the windows. Make sure if you are in the Eaton area, Lewisburg, West Alex, just outside of this, if you have items outside that you can secure, try to do that, but really get into your safe place if you are under the core of this storm along 35 here to the west of Eaton, and also 127 running north and south through Preble County and the Eaton area. A wider view shows the entire cluster of storms as it's been moving through. We do also have activity even up into Shelby County, Darke County, Miami County, northern Montgomery County, and Clark County has seen a cell develop there. Nothing severe in those locations. It's all right at the state line at the moment. So that's where we're seeing the strongest activity and the warned storms. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning outside of that tornado warning, and that is basically to account for some stronger wind that has been ongoing in that cluster of storms, and the winds with that one have been up around 60 miles per hour, so that can even do damage to trees and power lines. And areas included in that: Cambridge City, Hagerstown, and even the east Spring Grove area, Bethel also included in that. But the tornado warning, again, in effect for southeastern Wayne County and northern Union County, also Fayette County in Indiana, and northwestern Preble County here on the Ohio side. And that, again, does include Richmond, Eaton, Liberty, New Paris. All of these locations, Brownsville, will be impacted by our tornado warning. And it is, in fact, until 4:15. So we still do have another 20 minutes or so under the tornado warning. So flying debris is going to be possible in this area where we do have the tornado warned storm. Now it's really the core of the strongest portion of that storm has shifted into Preble County. So that's where we're seeing the highest likelihood of any rotation would be right along or just east of the county line there at the moment. And this is going to continue to head east or northeast. So we'll zoom back down into the core of this cell right around Dixon now, and West Florence being impacted. So if you are along 732 here, the Sugar Valley area, even Gasper Township and Eaton, it's a time to put your safety plan into place. Right along 122 coming out of Eaton to the west, extending to West Florence, and then down to Dixon, 732 running up between Dixon and Sugar Valley. You should be in your interior room, away from windows, as we continue on through our tornado warned time frame here, which goes until 4:15. We will keep you posted if we do see any changes, but that is still what it's looking like right now. We have seen the western portion of this warning kind of get removed, so no longer in Indiana are you under that tornado warning. It's just now here on the Ohio side of things. So we have seen that update, and the warning has shifted to Preble County. As we go through the next several hours, we will continue to see a tornado threat, a damaging wind threat. There is actually a tornado watch that continues for much of the Miami Valley until 6 o'clock in the morning. We just have a favorable atmosphere to see rotating storms, and that is pretty much what we've seen with this cell. It has been a Doppler indicated rotation, and now we can see the strongest portion has shifted over right along 732, just to the west of Gasper Township. So this is still south and west of Eaton, and it's moving to the north and east at 45 miles per hour. So radar indicated rotation, still we need to be cautious because flying debris can occur. If there is a tornado, it could be rain wrapped, it could be something that you don't easily see, and of course with it being dark, this is the most dangerous time to have a tornado warning. But hopefully you have been awoken by either the storms, your NOAA weather radio, or if the sirens are going off there in Preble County. Hopefully those are kind of putting your plan into action here, and you maybe have flipped us on to check the latest information on what's happening. We still do have the tornado warning in effect for Preble County until 4:15, and it's really for the northwestern portion of Preble County. To zoom out, kind of get your bearings on what we're looking at here. Dayton located to the east of that tornado warning. It's right around the Eaton area and points westward, where we do have the strongest portion of that storm just to the southwest of Eaton. And then there's also storms if you're waking up in Shelby County, Miami County, Darke County. Yeah, we got a lot of lightning and some very heavy rain up that way as well. So nothing severe for you guys at the moment. The core of the severe weather is really just to the west of Dayton and working through Preble County, back through Wayne County, where we do still have a severe thunderstorm warning. That is in effect until 4 o'clock, so just another couple of minutes for that. But the tornado warning, we have about another 15, 16, 17 minutes with the tornado warning. And we do stay on the air with you as long as there is a tornadic threat. So that is why we are still here. I'm not talking just to hear myself talk. During severe weather situations, that's what we're here for, to keep you updated on where the most dangerous part of the storm is and where it's moving. And right now we have that cell right around Gasper Township, just to the south of Eaton is where we're seeing the heaviest rain and likely some lightning, as well as the potential for some rotation and a tornado. So it is a situation you want to take seriously. We've got that warning in effect for about another 15 minutes. And again, Eaton, Gasper Township, over towards the Dixon area have been impacted. We've seen the potential for flying debris as this storm continues to move through the western portion of Preble County here. And if this holds together, it will continue eastward and impact places like Wheatville, West Alex, potentially even the Lewisburg area. If it crosses over into Montgomery County and maintains its strength, Brookville would be under the gun, as well as areas around New Lebanon perhaps, and even Trotwood. So it is something that we will stay with and continue to track. Meteorologist Cameron Saliga was here into the wee morning hours, and then I came in early to track this because we knew it was going to be possible with our watch in effect until 6, that the potential for any thunderstorm that moved into our environment to become a rotating storm and be able to produce a tornado. So that is currently what we're dealing with. We've had these cells pop up and intensify as they've moved into our favorable atmosphere, and right now we've got that tornado warning for Preble County, the western portion of Preble County, until 4:15. Now it does look like the strongest portion of that cell has really shifted just to the south of Eaton, and it's about to move out of the tornado warning, so we may see that tornado warning extended a little bit as we see this storm progress a little farther eastward. But around Eaton, you need to be in your safe place. If you are on 732, 122, or 127, that junction there around the Eaton area, you need to be taking shelter in your safe room. Put as many walls as you can between you and the storm, especially if you are just to the south and west of Eaton, or even back to the west. That is where we have had signs of rotation with this as it continues to head eastward. We're going to continue to track this as we go through the morning. We haven't had any reports, any ground truth reports. This is radar indicated storm, but still something you'll want to take seriously. because the radar has indicated rotation with this. We've also had reports back to the west of wind damage with this uptick in storm activity this morning. So this has produced several severe wind gusts back across Indiana through the early morning hours. Okay, zooming out here, it is looking like they may have allowed the tornado warning to expire. Let me see, we haven't really gotten any new information here. I'm just going to check a few more locations of information to see what's happening. Yeah, they may have taken that tornado warning down, but I'm going to stay with you until we're sure of that. Special weather statement. Let's see, we do still have the potential for tornadoes really through the morning because of the tornado watch that's in effect. And outside of any potential tornado, gusty winds are going to be possible. So severe thunderstorms, yes. Tornadoes, yes. Even the potential for some hail in any of these that are moving through. So something that we're going to continue to watch throughout our morning as we go through sunrise. We should begin to see the tornado threat expire and even the severe weather threat diminish. We're going to see, let's see here, get an update. Let's see if we have an update to this. Yes, it looks like that warning has been lifted for now. So we will get back to programming, and of course we start in a little less than a half hour live on WDTN and WBDT for 2 News Today. So we'll hope you'll stay with us and join us for our morning show, which will start again at 4:30. Until then, we'll just continue to monitor our stormy start to this Wednesday.